Good morning, good morning. I got my paint shirt on. Not that I don't know if I'm gonna paint it on. Okay, so today we're doing, like the thing says, Disney. Not the thing, but whatever, the opening numbers, credits, whatever you call them. I'm already gonna cut this smaller, I know. We'll see if I can get away with that. Okay. I put this in here, and I heard you. Somebody, which one of you, said we need more women. That's a really good idea. A whole month of women, this kind of inspiration type journal. Yeah, that's what that's called, a journal. Oh, anyhow, I have like 6 ideas going through my head right now, and I'm trying to focus on this today. And it's not easy. And we have weird stuff happening here. Anyhow. Okay, focus. This is the 3rd time I have started this video over. I'm not starting it over again. Okay, Disney. I wasn't sure how I was going to do this. I put some challenges in here for me. Things that I've never thought about. Yes, Jose Noronha is in here. Party. He's on day 12. Or whatever it's called. Yeah, day 12. Jose Noronha. Anyhow, I put some stuff in here knowing that I wasn't sure how I was going to do it. Could I change my mind? Of course I can. Like tomorrow's is really weird. I'm not even, don't look over there, Beth. You're already scatterbrained enough. Good Lord. It's bad today. I'm like, how am I going to do Disney? And I don't want to spoil a name from the future. So I'm not talking about the artists that created the Disney characters. I'm talking about the man Disney or the park Disney or his idea for the park. Specifically, not maybe the channel that used to be the Disney Channel that is now, or the Disney Sunday evening show that we used to watch when we were of a certain age, if you're of a certain age now. And I don't want the artists that contribute to the art of the Disney. I want Disney. The man, don't know anything about him really, except that he was kind of like a creative genius. Did he perhaps buy a lot of Florida without anybody knowing? Yeah, the jury's, there's proof. Anyhow, I'm not getting into any of that. I just wanted, how could I focus on Disney and relate it to Rex Ray? Would they get along? I think they would have, I would like to think that they would have mutual admiration for their imaginations. Again, how is that going to relate to Disney? So I'm like, okay, you love a good map. What about like a Disney park map? And I know there's like Frontierland, Adventureland. Are those names even still viable? I'm not sure. Fantasyland. I've been to Disneyland twice, and I've been to Disney World twice. But I'm not a huge Disney. I love the art of the original Disney people. Just because I find that very fascinating. Anyhow. So I'm like, the map has sections and color coded, and they're organic shapes, kind of within a shape. And then I'm like, okay, the flags. I like the flags. The flags could be worked into Rex Ray. Because like the original Disneyland sign had these flags. I don't know if they still do. But we're going to go with a map and a flag. And the map shape, from what I was looking at, is kind of like that rice cake shape. I don't know what it is called. But I used it several times. This shape. It's a general shape. And there might be like squiggly areas in some places to build out or whatever. But Rex Ray used those shapes also. And I mean, because that's where I got it from. Kind of like, you know, like this shape right here. His have teeth, for lack of a better word, in them on that particular page. I mean, and you could even say that's part of it too. It's just rounded. And my next door neighbor is mowing his yard again. He's obsessed, I swear. It's like twice a week. Okay, now look at here. This plant in the background, this tan, or maybe it's an all over like Matisse shape in the background, has something that looks like these too. Here it is again, right here. So I'm going with, and flags. Now, I don't recall seeing any kind of a flaggish shape, but I mean, doesn't that scream Disneyland to you? It does to me. And I think that's why I challenged myself with Disneyland or Disney, because I mean, the easiest thing would be to say Small World, but we're not going there. So flags, I don't particularly see a flag shape, but a triangle shape is, oh God, I love that one, is in and around with soft edges. Okay, let's see if we can find a triangle shape in here. Kind of like, I mean, I'm really stretching it, but you could say these little shapes here, that little green and pink blossom section, could be considered kind of like a rounded flag. So I have been including a couple flower pictures. Our hydrangeas are done. Our weather is too hot now for them to last all day, and they kind of fizzle out by this time of year. But I have some flower pots on the back deck, and they're in the shade, and I'm nurturing those. And we have a bougainvillea. So I'm kind of looking at those flower shapes with a whole different thought process. So anyhow, Disney. I have this whole little tin of small shapes. So I'm going to see if I can use some out of here and not get into the big paper or the drawer behind me that has a repeat of those same circumstances, big paper and small paper, and the floor, which is covered in paper. But what I'm working with is the back of this, which is mixed media paper. It's thicker. I'm good with that shape, actually. How I'm going to do it is a whole nother story. So we're just going to get into it. We're just going to go for it. Do I want a piece of paper on top of this? I don't know. These are Ali Edwards shapes. And you know, I think Ali Edwards is getting more and more into mixed media. I'm not thrilled with the fact that some of these people are going to Substack because it's a paid subscription. I mean, how many more paid subscriptions does one person need? That is the question. But I'm missing. Ali Edwards is not on YouTube like she used to be. And I think she's more involved with a certain child at this time. Just her activity level is a different kind of activity level that requires a parent's participation, I think, as far as a taxi service. I mean, she's entitled to a life, but she didn't ask me if she could have one. But this is all Ali Edwards paper here. That's what I'm just going through. Ooh, that's pretty. Beautiful wanderings. Don't look at my fingernails. I don't profess to be a fingernail aficionado, but they're in a mess right now. They keep breaking. I'm sure it has something to do with diet or whatever. Okay, hold on a second. Now, I could use something from Amy Tangerine as a background. Woo, look at that. Pretty. but I want kind of a solid something. Do I want wood grain? Maybe I do. Well, here's just kind of like a grid. Here's a light wood grain. I think we're going with the light wood grain because that is a pattern that he being Rex Ray, put in a lot of his backgrounds. So I'm going to glue this on here and then kind of rip it around what's here. Theoretically. Everything is theoretical here. This is theoretical science. Theoretical art. I don't know if you can hear that lawnmower. He's right here now. But he will be moving pretty fast. We actually have a tiny bit cooler weather right now. This morning. Okay, this is thick enough I might be able to tear it. Use the edge to tear. This is straight, so okay. Did that work enough? Yes, it did. Okay. There's a couple places. Okay, we're good with that right there. Now, I might cut out a few flags. This is the back of this paper right here. When I say flags, I mean flag shapes, aka triangles. Just to kind of see, do I want them all the same color? I'm not sure what's happening here. Okay, this is a pretty piece of paper. Now, that rice cake shape. These are not technical terms. I don't know the real terms. I wish he was here. I could ask him. I would be texting him. Can you... What is the name of this rice cake shape that you made? And really and truly, I mean, it's not unlike a curvy triangle in my head. I'm trying to get contrasting paper here. Ooh, there's solid purple. Solid purple. And I don't want them all the same size, obviously. And I don't even know if these are going to go on them. Don't know. So yes, I like the idea of an all-woman. I have done a famous women from South Carolina in history, mostly way back history, and a famous women from California. That was a long time ago. And I did like 5 from each state. And kind of had the journals had a pattern to them. Like I did where they were, what year they were from. I did blue color scheme for the South Carolina ones because of the indigo that was grown here during the cotton days, cotton, tobacco, and indigo. Okay. That one has kind of a curve to it, but that's okay. All right, so now if I want to get all of these on here, think I want these on here, on them. I want them someplace else. But we could kind of have a little bit of a give here. We could have this guy sticking out just a little bit. This guy down here at the bottom. Maybe another one right in here. I don't have a whole lot of paper left in there. Aha. And I'm not going to worry about my stems. I'm going to just put like green magic marker stems. Okay, it's supposed to be small, Beth. All right, so that could be there. I might put another small one. Okay, oh, what's this right here? This is kind of like a black and yellow piece. Haven't used those kind of color combos. Okay. This might even be a partial. Okay. Now, I feel like it needs, it does, it needs the flags. But where am I going to put the flags? And then they had Disneyland spelled, each letter spelled in the flags on the original sign. I don't know if they still have that. Maybe these are extra flowers. I don't know if they still have that sign. They've updated it a little bit. I might put this here. And I could always put stuff on top. Maybe another one right in here. That's too big. Let's chop that down a little bit. D-I-S-N-E. I need one more. Y. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My magic number is 7, but D-I-S-N-E-Y. It's only 6 letters. We're going to just represent Disney by having that same amount of flags as his letters and his name. Okay, here's another one. I'm not sure where this one's going to go. Okay. My stomach's growling. Sorry. I'm trying to talk over it. It's growling. I have too many things going on in my head. I can't stop and eat. Okay. I like that. Now, I had a ton of little circles at the bottom of this tin. And I can always cut out a bunch more. But I kind of want to use these. This might be the perfect time. Oh, here's a good purple one. Here's some more of my stencils. I want to keep these separate. Solid color. I already have a purple one. Might need to just punch out a bunch more. Some more stencils. Oh, here's a red one. It's not complete. Ooh, here's a good one. Yellow. There's a blue one that I might be able to work with. Okay, actually, I want a contrasty color for the purple one, but these small shapes, I'm just going to do them in markers because I don't have a punch that small. Ooh. I'm going to do something with that. See, some of these things are things I already made on Procreate and just cut out and threw in here. Ooh, there's another good one I might cut apart. And another good one. And it just goes on and on. Here's some more good ones. That's too big. That's too big. Okay, here's a good contrast. Okay, I don't want to. I like that one because it's got paint in it. All right, I want a different one there. Let's just punch another one out of pink. And then this one might go on here. And then this goes like that. Ooh, yes, 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 yes. Okay. This is where the imagination comes in and the variety and the possibilities. And it just gets more fun and more fun and more fun. I thought this was a leaf at first. It's not. It is painted paper. But I just kind of want getting back to the Rex Ray roots with just a ton of flowers and a ton of color and taking the shapes from Disney. Okay, let's see. Pink can go there. Okay, here's some pink right here. All right, I am going to cut like a teardrop shape. Oh, that's too close to those colors. Never mind. Okay. All right, here's a good one I can use. All right, let's see. I don't know what kind of shape that is, but we're going to put it there. Okay, I need something for that one. Green. Ooh, here's good green painted on a magazine page. But it's got like a variety of colors on the paintbrush. Ooh. Okay. Now, I'm going to add something on these with markers. That is the base of the paper. And we need to put this, I might have to cut this down. Let's put Disney on. Well, okay. Oh, I still have these. I forgot about these. Okay. Actually, I think this, I like that. Do I want this white border? No. This is going to be a long video, apparently. That's okay. Tomorrow's Saturday, right? Time is just flying. I think I like that. to add a ton of color. That's all I'm looking for, is a ton of color. I need something else there. It could be pink. Or maybe that. You know what this reminds me of? Oh, wow. This reminds me of some... Oh, my goodness. Another tangent. Okay. Interesting that I knew where this book was. This is... I've shown this before, but it's been months and months ago. I fell in love. Somehow, in my algorithm on the internet, this is Northern indigenous people from Northern Canada on tiny islands, and their shapes and their artwork. It's absolutely gorgeous. And this one lady, who I'm not so sure she's alive right now. Yeah, in 2009, she was quite old. But what I'm trying to get at, I love the birds, but some of this is quite amazing that these could be Rex Ray shapes also. I mean, they're just, it's beautiful. I was looking for more of the stones. Maybe this lady didn't do those stones. Oh, it's in French too, part of it. She must not have done the stones I was thinking of. But, I mean, these shapes. Okay. This was some more indigenous work. Oh, anyhow, tangent. But like how, I love like how this comes off of here. And flowerish also. I know I'm not describing this right. And my brain is all over the place today. Anyhow, all of that to say, I love this. But, I mean, it does kind of look like soapstone carving. That's what I'm trying to think. That's the word I'm looking for. Where they have like mother and child or mother kind of carvings. I'm kind of thinking that's what some of this looks like. The shapes. Anyhow, that's enough of that tangent. But I just like the contrast. Maybe this is Disney's mother. I don't know. The paper's talking to me and I'm listening and I'm just going for it. And having fun all at the same time. And my husband just gave me a humongous idea right before I started filming. Like, okay, that's not fair. Because now my brain is just racing. This makes absolutely no sense right here. But I love it. It is a little Rex Ray. But I don't want to copy Rex Ray. I'm inspired by Rex Ray. Oh, we don't want that color. Or do we? But I'm inspired by Rex Ray. And that is the fun. I'm kind of going to cover up that black dot a little. I mean, and you could do this with anything. If I had the talent and or the imagination, do not listen to my stomach growling, sorry. My imagination doesn't work like this. But I am able to glue pieces of paper together to create something that looks like this. And then you can use this as your sketchbook and go back in and pull pieces of it out, which I have done repeatedly. And I think that's one of the main purposes of a sketchbook is to kind of continue to, like his, evening, what he called his evening papers, and just continued to work, setting this stuff down and inspiring himself. I don't pretend to know what I'm talking about, but I'm continuously inspired by other people. And I think that's kind of there are times when, like, Van Gogh was inspired by Gauguin and all, weren't they together in France at times when they weren't fighting and or drunk? Okay, I'm kind of keeping in mind that stems need to go somewhere. Okay, this. Oh, that was going to be hanging off the edge, wasn't it? I think it still is. Okay. Okay, now D-I-S-N-E. Uh-oh. Oh, here's one. Okay. These just represent the letters in Disney. These little guys. But they also are like confetti, which is kind of what Rex Ray did with the little dots and the what I call necklaces. Okay, we're going to glue this down. I had no clue as to how I was going to do this today. None. But I'm like, okay, I like maps. What about a Disney map? Because there is a lot of artwork involved in the Disney maps. And then I'm like, oh yeah, the flags for the sign. Okay. I think everything's glued now. Now, right now, it just looks like a bunch of stuff floating on paper. But when you add the stems, voila, flowers. Right? Right. Okay. Put all this stuff back in the box. And I didn't used to use these markers as much, but I do like them a lot. Not sponsored. Okay. First of all, I'm going to try the stems. I'm using it kind of flat so you get a wider swath of paint. Yes. Okay. Let's go to the big ones. And then this one could be however, it looks like that one. Just kind of cleaning up the edges. Okay, now these little guys. I might use a different color green. It's not going to really show up because they're so short. Now these guys, I might add more yellow on here. Which now looks green. Okay, interesting. Okay, That needs to be some dark color because this is really saturated paper here. So I'm basically trying to replicate some of these shapes on these little guys. That's photocopy paper. Let's see if this will show up. And it's muddy-ish. Okay. But I'm going to kind of have these oblong-y shapes incorporated in here too. I don't know if I achieved it with that one at all. Let's try purple, purplish blue. They're a little bit different shapes, obviously. Okay. Now, that needs something because otherwise it looks like an eye staring at you. You could just go wild with adding tiny little details to these things. Or I could. That's not going to show up. This one might. Yeah. But do I go, you know, I think I will. I think I will. Because should I put a black background, an outline around all this? It's just paper. We're going for it. Ugh. This might be the more Disney part of it. Kind of like a Disney detail. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. It actually is kind of adding to it. I'm not doing the stems, I'm just doing the flowers. Oh, it looks like gumdrops. Now that I'm looking at it. Psychedelic gumdrops. And it's making the flag shapes stick out a little bit more. Possibly. I say with hesitation. Should I go around the flag shapes with a different color? Perhaps. There's so many blues. There's a pretty coral color in here. Let's try this. Kind of like a cantaloupe. Oh, we had some really good cantaloupe the other day. There's this guy that sells tomatoes and cantaloupes and green peppers on the side of the road in the summer up here. And they are delicious that he grows. He's mentally handicapped of some kind. But he's been doing this for many summers now. I would say like maybe 8. And his stand has grown. He's got a roof on his stand now. I mean, it's really kind of cool. He's got a name. I think it's just called Farmer's Market. But wow. I don't know if I like this color on there, but that's okay. We're staying with it. And should the leaves have like a darker green on the side, maybe? Or maybe a brighter green. Actually, this is a Tombow, but maybe. I mean, you could just never stop. Just going on the side. Oh, I like that. Kind of gives it a shadow. Wow. I'm gonna, oh, yes, yes, yes. Purple, purple. This is like an orchid color. I'm gonna give the flags a double outline. Because the coral really doesn't show up as much on this paper. This is a favorite. In a different way than some of the other ones are favorites. It'd be interesting to take bits and pieces of this and see what happens. I think I'm going to attach at the end one of the pieces that I did on Procreate, and it's just kind of like a thought process of maybe my own washi tape. Not happening. Tariffs, hello. Unstable governments, hello. But book, perhaps. Tease, tease, tease. But I mean, just taking sections, like you could take a section right here and do it in tiny little squares, like you'll see I did on the washi tape example, and just line them up. I mean, I would buy that washi tape in a minute. Ooh, white. No, stop. Okay. White dots. No, stop. Okay. I'm stopping. I love that. How different. Grungy, abstract, more abstract. Michelangelo spelled wrong. I know. More organized, more colorful, which Disney should be, right? I love that one. I did not think I would like what I was going to do. I had no idea what I was going to do. I had the shape of the map of Disneyland itself and the flags. That's all I had. And voila. Disney ran into Rex Ray. My little table over here is very unstable. Something just fell. What was that? Okay, off camera, Beth. All right. Oh God, this whole thing. Why is that so unstable? Okay. Wow. Who's tomorrow? I don't know how I'm going to do tomorrow. I had no clue. And I don't hate it. And it fits right in here with all this other. Oh, tomorrow I'm switching. Okay, yeah, I am. Tomorrow, you don't even know what I was going to do for tomorrow, so it doesn't matter. Okay, I'm stopping. I got way too many things going on in my head. Love that. But see, this is like an evening one. This is a daytime production. In the Rex Ray world, how he did his practice pieces at night, his inspiration pieces that kept him motivated. So maybe that's why this produced this. Love it. Thanks for watching. That's all I got to say. I got to go work on some of these things that are spewing out of my head. Have a good day. Bye.